Hi everybody, it's Glenn McCormick here with ReMax First Justin Haver and Associates. Hope you're doing well out there. It's Christmas time, December 2022, hence the Christmas tree here, which is decorated in a bunch of ornaments. I'm not going to show them all to you, but I'll point out this guy here. This knight is one that I selected back when I was 3 or 4 years old for the Christmas tree. Let's talk about real estate because that's what we're here for. The big news is consistent with my messaging over the last few months, and that's that interest rates are on the rise. They are high and they are going to continue to go higher. And I don't know where they're going to stop, but the consensus is most people feel like the end is near in terms of interest rates, hopefully nothing else. We can acknowledge that the higher interest rates have 100% affected our market. Sales are down and prices have definitely come down. So we're going to take a look at that. Nationally, ReMax Canada did a study, a survey, and they found that 45% of Canadians are actually concerned about this higher interest rate, and it's probably going to affect their decision to buy or sell in 2023. Although nationally, home prices and the number of sales are expected to decline across Canada, there are a few markets where they're going to be an exception to that, and Calgary is actually at the top of that. The reason for this is because there's a lot of people moving from those higher price markets where the high interest rates are making it near impossible to afford a place, and they're looking at places like Calgary that have the potential to see the home values still increase and appreciate, so it's still a good place to buy and invest in. According to ReMax Canada, Calgary's 2023 outlook is actually pretty decent. We can expect, they say, a seller's market with a 7% increase year over year on the average home price and a 12% increase year over year on the number of sales. They do also acknowledge something that we already know, and that is we've seen a shift from the single detached home purchase to that of duplex, apartment, townhomes, particularly apartment. Now let's take a look at what's been happening in the market in the month of November. Year over year, prices are still higher than what they were in December 2021, and they are lower than where they have been. Another interesting category is the number of new listings. They're down in all 4 categories. That's kind of normal for this time of year. Again, I'm keeping my eye closely on what's happening with the number of sales versus the number of new listings hitting the market, and what I am seeing is the number of sales are actually higher than the number of new homes coming on the market. And let's not forget, there's also a lot of other properties that are coming off of the market not selling, so that's reducing the inventory as well. For a long time, we've always had at least 1,000 apartments, but usually it was around 1,500 to 2,000 apartments for sale in the city of Calgary at any given time, and now we are actually under 900. Currently we have 890 apartments for sale. And in November we had 887 apartments for sale with 448 selling. There was only 379 new apartment listings that hit the market in November. So as you can see, the sales are outweighing the number of new listings. Overall inventory also has an interesting story to it, because again, we look at last year, December and January, the inventory was so low. That is a big reason why we had such a craze that we did, because people were panicked that they weren't going to have a chance to buy property. They would be essentially running out, right? So let's compare that with where we are last year. So for the month of November, we had 3,111 total active listings in all property categories. This was actually down 20.88% from a year ago. So what is this going to look like at the end of December, around the holidays, when a lot of people don't list their homes? Might be a good time to list, but will it be enough to create a similar spark that we saw at the beginning of this year? I don't think so. However, supply and demand, I mean, it always seems to win at the end of the day. I do feel like it's going to create some kind of spark, just not to the same level that we saw at the beginning of 2022. For now, I'm going to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Hope you get some wonderful time with your friends and family, and make it a great month. Bye!